welcome everyone. My name's Doc Stone. My name is James Stone as well. All of us struggle creating an online business. Mostly it's because we really don't have a plan. There's a lot of technical stuff, a lot of new understanding. You got to know stuff about sales that you never had to know, squeeze pages, all the different traffic tools out there, search engine optimization. It's nuts. Article marketing, most people don't even know what that is. WordPress, it may or may not be the first time you've even heard of that, and the list goes on. So we find what looks like the best opportunity. Some email comes along promising that we can make a killing or do something like that, and we start selling their product or service, and we have this big promise of big commissions, and we think we're going to do so well. So we try all that, and we might make a few dollars here and there. I've seen people do it. But it seems that they're making all the money, and we're helping them do it. Well, wouldn't you like to be the one making all that money? Wouldn't you like to be that person? You need a change. You need a direction. You need something you like to do that can serve you for years to come, a long-term business. So what does the new you look like? Well, for one, you have a coherent website that you built that converts. That's the key. You got your own products that you don't have to share the profits with if you don't want to. You got a shopping cart that works 24/7, so all you have to do is process the orders. And you do your marketing once a day for a couple hours, and you play the rest of the time. Wouldn't that be nice? It's your own products, your own system. You're the boss. You're in control. Your own hours, your own affiliates. Let some other people make you some money. So, who am I? I'm James Stone, also known as Doc Stone. For over 30 years now, about 34, I've been an engineer and a programmer, sales management, trainer, teacher. Some of the jobs that I've held: tech support manager at Osborne Computers, the very first handheld microcomputer ever made, running CP/M, little 5-inch screen, crazy. I fixed them all, thousands. Sales engineer, did televideo in the systems division. I traveled around to different companies doing the dog and pony show, if you want to call it that, and going to trade shows, Comdex, and things along those lines. And then I became tech support manager for televideo. It was all three divisions, and we released products like Novell Netwear, which you may or may not have heard about, before Novell was a company. Okay, I was on the engineering review board for that. This for printers, systems, and terminals. They were the largest terminal manufacturer in the world for a while. And then I quit and I went to a place called Costa Distributing. It was the very first Novell distributor in the country, and was right in Silicon Valley. And most every product that came out during that time, I got to play with, I got to recommend. Be honest with you, the very first Ethernet boards that ever came out, we shipped the first 1,500 of them. So I was sitting in a room with that. I became VP of Operations after that, started running the company, and later on became VP of Sales, and I tripled sales. We went from about $850,000 a month to over $3.5 million a month. The biggest purchase order I ever did was close to $2 million. Later on, I bought part of about 15% of a place called DataBank Computers. You may not have heard of them, because we never put our name on anything, but at the time it was the largest PC clone manufacturer in the planet. We did Sears, Gateways, IBMs, you name it. We built them and put their name on them and shipped them. Later on, I started my own company doing network installations and did extremely well. And I had an opportunity to go home after that and started writing software, sales management software. I've literally written some software that describes and helps a sales management team manhandle as many as 250 salespeople in multiple offices across the country. It's It's wild. It's not meant for a couple of salespeople. It's meant for a pit of salespeople and people that are out in the field. It does multi-site synchronization and a lot of crazy things. It was one of the first software to do that. But I've been home doing stuff like this since 1994. So hopefully, I'm a good source of information for you. So that's who I am, and hopefully that gives you some idea of what I'm about. So my question to you is, are you thinking like an affiliate? Is that where you've been? Have you made any money yet? Can you count on any regular income yet? How many programs are you involved in? A whole bunch, more than likely. And how many products do you sell? Are you branding yourself? Do you even know what that is? Do you have your own website? Many of you do. A lot of you don't. And I don't mean a website that somebody else built for you. How big is your list? My gosh, that is one of the most important things that you're doing. It's about your only asset besides the websites that you own. And are you working with partners? Have you branched out? You can't do this on your own. You need help. And so, what is a sales funnel? Why do they work any better? That's what this presentation is about today. This is what the teaching is about. It's a single place to advertise. It's a single list to build. A single blog to administer. A single squeeze page. It's scalable. You can add as many products as you want. It's easy to, and it's understandable, and it puts you in control. So I'm going to describe to you what this looks like. You got to have 5 elements. You got to have a domain of your own. You got to have a squeeze page. That's how you build a list. Squeeze pages are built with an autoresponder. That's how you build your list. You have a WordPress blog. That's the thing that's sitting there picking up traffic off the internet. And you have products to sell. It's really not that complicated. But they're your products. The blog's got to be sitting in the root. A lot of reasons I'll explain. Squeeze page, it doesn't really matter where you put it. Got some ideas for you. And the products are either in pages or subdomains, and they're sitting underneath, and you have to have an autoresponder. The autoresponder allows you to build your list. That's what they do. Here's a typical sample structure. Got your root up at the top. Let's just say it was jamesstone.com. That was blog, and the squeeze page are sitting there somewhere. The blog's sitting in the root, which is the index.html page or index.php page. And then you have your products underneath in pages, in this case. And then you continue to add as you want. So why a sales funnel? It's a single blog. Some of you have multiple blogs. It's crazy. You need to put everything in one place. You got a single page to advertise. You got a squeeze page. You might have several squeeze pages that you rotate because you're trying to find out which one. Well, once you settle on one, you're just going to have one squeeze page because it works the best, it converts the best. So you only have one place to advertise. As they find out about you and get onto your list, they're going to find out about everything else you own. So it means you only need one list in your autoresponder that carries and talks about everything that you're doing. Makes it a lot easier to manage and maintain. You have one email to deal with, etc. But the thing is that this expands to any size, which means scalable. It's just a simple sales funnel. It's not hard to build. This took me years to figure out. Why a blog? RSS feeds. RSS feeds are new news. You have to keep writing articles, and I know a lot of you hate writing, but it's part of the internet. The internet is based upon words, and search engines feed upon words and strings of words, which we call keyword phrases. So what's interesting about blogs is they're not just in your regular search engine that you guys use every day, but they are also in a thing called Google's blog search, and Bing, Yahoo has one too. And what that blog search does is, I'll just give you an example. If we got 2 blogs, exact same article in each one of them just got written this week and the other one is 6 months old. The one that just got done this week will be first. That's because it's news-based. Okay, RSS stands for really simple syndication. Okay, which is replicating of news pieces of information. That's what syndication is. So the other thing that's so interesting about a blog is that you can write as many articles as you want, and each one of them can be based upon a particular keyword phrase, so that you can have many articles commanding many keyword phrases, as opposed to a regular site which may only have 2 or 3 pages that are optimized for a search engine. Not to mention, you have 2 ways to get into 2 search engines. There's Google's blog search and Google's regular search. Now you have to add a plugin. WordPress doesn't come with this, okay? But when you add the plugin, now you're going to get into Google and Bing and all the rest of the search engines. And the idea behind this, and you've heard this before, this is nothing new, but content is king. The reason content is king is that the internet is all based upon just words. That's all it is. The search engines can't read the pictures, they can't tell what's going on, they're looking at the back of the page and all the HTML gobbledygook code back there, and they're looking for patterns of words, and you're providing them for them. That's why they say content is king. And if that's the case, then a blog is the king of content. That's why we put a blog in the root. What's your blog have? A blog should be about you and your chosen topic. Blog should have many articles, all with tags, all done with proper search engine optimization, title, content matched to the phrases that you found, what I call holes. Holes are places out on the internet where keyword phrases have fairly low competition but a lot of searches on them. You got to find them. You got a web form out on the sidebar. That's where it comes from your autoresponder and it allows people to get onto your list. You need links to all of your products out on the side. You need at least 2 articles per product. And you need informational articles about your products. And you need a contact and an about page. Pretty basic. You need a capture page. You need a squeeze page. You need some way for people to sign up and get onto your list. There are all kinds of different ones. It's fairly, in this case, fairly generic. You're offering a lot of value. Could be even free. You should have a video. You need some bullet points. This is a classic squeeze page. Okay? You need a call to action. Got to get them to do something. And it ought to fit in a traffic exchange window. That's a basic squeeze page. And then you need a thank you page. What are you going to give them? When they're all done, they're on your list, you got to say thanks. So it's still very generic, leads to lots of options, and each option is actually an opportunity to buy. Fairly simple stuff, and I'm going over this quickly and very generally. You need an autoresponder. Here's one example. There's quite a few out there. Something that people opt in, so you're safe when it comes to, they have to click and add their name and email and click on that, and then they have to click on an email, so that's called double opt-in, and double opt-in keeps you safe from all the spam things out in the world. You need some follow-up emails, which will be about each for your product, a couple for each product, and then each one should offer something and have a call to action and some information. When I say offer something, I mean some piece of information of value so that people stay on your list. But there's still a call to action which may lead to a product or a sales page later on. You need to choose your topic. This is so important. Everybody's doing stuff that they don't like. Why? Why? You don't have to. This is the real big world out here. You're not limited to whatever's here in your little local town. Okay? Almost any subject you pick, there are a ton of people interested in what you're interested in across the world. So it should reflect your expertise. What are you already good at? It should reflect your interest. It'd be something you like. I mean, if you do something you like, you'll continue to do it. Wouldn't that be more fun? Right? And you better like what you're doing, so you'll stay with it. So what do you sell? Well, you got ebooks, you got internet marketing products, you got drop shipping, physical inventory. Those are the things that are out there. Stay tuned next week. We're going to talk a little bit about choosing your topic, but your topic will drive what your site will need. Got to have a blog, got to have some sales pages, yes, lots for all the products you have. You may have some affiliate software on your site. You may have a shopping cart. Got to be able to sell stuff. You might even consider making your own safe list, or you might consider doing your own traffic exchange. A couple of us here have. And your products will drive what sites you join and what sites you use for things. If you have things that you drop ship and physical products and stuff, you'll be doing things on Amazon, eBay. There are all kinds of different directories. Directories are basically sites that have a list of similar sites, like attorneys.com, for instance, will have lists of other attorneys. So there'll be different directories that you might join. And you also need to do Facebook and social sites and everything else. You'll have staff lists, traffic exchanges, ad rotators, safe lists, and hopefully some article marketing sites to build your links. And you'll be adding new products, 1 or 2 articles to the blog, 1 or 2 follow-up emails each time you add a product, and complete whatever you need to do for that product, of course. And then you're going to market. You're going to send your emails, safe lists, you might do swaps, you might surf your traffic exchanges, and anything on your checklist. That's what you're going to be doing on a daily basis. Not really all that difficult. One last thing, just kind of give you a little insight into one of the ways that you can write an article that is made to pick up traffic in WordPress. This is a WordPress format. You have to have a title. You got to figure out what the keyword phrase is first. You're doing this backwards if you're writing your article first and then you're trying to figure this out. Find your keyword phrase first. Then write your article. Use the keyword phrase in your title. Use it twice in the body when you're writing. Bold one of them and highlight one of them and make a link out of it and have it go click some and go to somewhere else. Okay? Whether it's on another page on your site or a different site or a sales page or whatever you've got. You also have tags. Tags are keyword phrases for blogs. That's what gets you out in those RSS feeds and Google's blog search. And then you have your page SEO, and of course this is from a plugin that you have to add to your WordPress blog, but you'll have title, description, and keywords. And in the title, you want to use your keyword phrase. In the description, you want to use your keyword phrase, and it needs to be one of 12 to 15 keyword phrases in the area that you have to enter your keywords. So that gets you into both search engines. It's a simple formula. It's a simple formula. If you do it that way, you'll start picking up traffic. Here's an example of what tags look like, and if you've done WordPress and you've seen this page before, 12 to 15, you can use the exact same ones. Here's the all-in-one SEO stuff, which happens to be a plugin that I've added. And I've got a title, I've got the description, and 12 to 15 of those same keywords that I'm using for the tags down below. Very simple. You do that on every single page. And from here on in, it's adding new products as you're finding them. You're marketing, building your list, building your business, and hopefully doing launches like a pro. Or if you have products that are around all the time, you'll be doing what we call a perpetual launch. That's what your business is going to look like. That's what an internet sales funnel looks like. It's very, very simple. You can build this on your own. So, you're saying, Doc, you're not techie enough. I disagree. This is simple stuff. It used to be in the old days that you really had to be technical. Now it's copying and pasting a little bit of code for very simple things. And it's even getting easier now. Some of the autoresponders where you used to have to do code is a matter of adding a plugin and you're done. It's really, really simple. Even doing beautiful HTML emails are starting to come up with templates and everything else. You just don't have to be very technical. Yes, if you can operate Word and Excel and some of the standard things for a computer that you've been using for years, if you can operate your email, you can do this. Okay? It takes too much time. Well, yeah. But you're thinking this wrong. What do you mean too much time? You're starting your business that you'll be doing for the rest of your life. At first, you're going to spend some time at this. There's a lot to build, there's a lot to do, a lot to put together. But when you start making the kind of money you want to make, you're going to have a lot more time on your hands. But you have to get there. You can say, this is just not for me. Well, I don't know. What is it for you? I mean, we're talking about doing something you love that you're doing from the comfort of your home. What else is for you? working for somebody and going every day and spending an hour on the road in heavy traffic, what else is for you? I mean, maybe it's your, you prefer to chase every single silver lining out there that promises you $1 million. And hey, when you've done that, would you please come back and check this out? I'm doing fine with what I have. Are you? Are you doing fine with what you have? Are you here today because you're not doing fine with what you have? What you have and what you should be doing fine with is that you have a full-time living and you're feeling fairly secure. That's what feeling fine about what you have should be. It costs too much. I couldn't make this any less expensive. And I haven't even talked about prices or anything else, have I? I'm not going to. This is just me talking about things. And what costs too much? The way that I'm going to show you at some point down the road, okay, that you're not spending much money at all because you're doing most of this yourself. You just need to be shown how. It's not hard. And all of this stuff is almost free out there on the internet. Matter of fact, the survey that you're going to take out here, yes, you can pay a monthly fee for it, or you can do what I did. It's free. So maybe you say, Doc, I already have all that. And that's fine, actually. That's fine. This isn't all I talk about. This is a start. If you've got your sales funnel done, awesome. Awesome. How you doing with the marketing side of it? So the last one is, I don't know what to sell. Well, that's what we're going to cover next time. I really hope you'll wait and check out and look for your email next time, and make sure that you're on my list. And that's what we're going to cover next time. If you don't know what to sell, I think you're really going to find this next one very interesting. So there's a link below to complete a survey. So please, it'll take you out to a page, and you might even find a place to make a comment. I sure would appreciate any kind of comment that you have made. Help me build this into a better product than it is already. Or maybe you've actually seen some of this and you have another comment. I sure appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Lastly, make sure you're on my list so I can let you know where the next video is. There is a form to complete if you haven't already done so. Thank you, everybody. Talk to you soon.